So I got this old, I'm kind of reusing this piece of wood right here. Not sure what it is, maybe cedar or something. This was an old shelf. I'm gonna repurpose it into, one second. There's this little like plant stand. It used to be a pallet that I found years ago. And I repurposed it into like a planter. It's probably been like 10, 12 years. And it finally rotted out. So I'm gonna make something kind of similar to that. Should come out kind of nice. I've got my project Crocs on, my work pants still. Messy ass garage. Definitely need to clean it up, but I got so many projects going on. Did some wiring on the car yesterday. That, the motor, just stuff, man. Just never ending. I cleaned it up and then there's a mess again. So I'm gonna continue to get these old screws out of here and then clean up this edge with a, I'll just use a hand planer or something, and then cut this into sections. And I'm probably going to do some sort of, I don't know, mortise and tenon joints for the ones going across. But I'm just going to do kind of a clean up here. It's getting on my nerves, so let's just clean it up here. Maybe I'll time lapse this if I can figure out how to. Screwdrivers. I have everything marked everything years ago, where stuff goes, razor blades, screwdrivers. I try to keep it pretty organized. I do get jacked up here and there. Now there's board in there, I can open it up. And they have like saw blades and files and things, chisels, random stuff with the angle grinder, more angle grinder stuff. This here. Cutting torch usually goes over here. Let me put this away. Always turn these off too, and I like to disconnect them. I don't like leaving this stuff on here. It's really hard to do with one hand. I just like to have it like this. I don't even know if we were supposed to store it in the garage because it gets so hot in here, but I've never had a problem. Heat gun can go away. Car parts and stuff for the truck build. That. All these things usually go in this cabinet, which I kind of keep all that stuff in there, but I'm using a lot of it right now. These little Hornet lights or yellow jacket lights are pretty nice. I think some people should get them. I don't know where I got them from, Amazon or something. Home Depot, I don't know. That goes there. Screwdrivers put away. Some gloves. I just bought these gloves. These gloves are really nice. I could wear a pair all day of these and they don't break through. So it's a good buy. Definitely worth it. And what else? Still using that. Still using the hammer, old screws, old junk, garbage. Garbage. It's already looking a lot better. Drill goes back to here. There are some random things that I just don't really have a place for it right now. Like I said, I try to keep it organized, but they're just over years and years and years you just accumulate so much stuff. And it all gets used. That's the crazy part. So it looks pretty good. Good enough. Better than it was. Alright, let me get to it here. Maybe I'll use a little one, I'm not sure. I can use a larger. Just try to clean it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe outside. I don't want get splinters here. Already got one. This is not the sharpest thing I got. This little edge of this old stuff here is right in the way. It's not a wooden handle, so that's why I'm using metal on metal, because it has a metal striker surface. Good enough. Yeah. Alright, this measuring. So I want to go across, I'm going to do 20 1/4. I don't know, times 3 ish. Let me get a little square. A little combo square here. Now we'll do from there another one. Hold on. Be back in a little bit. So we'll have 32 for the sides, and we'll have 3 of these 20 1/4 for the rails across, and then I'll do some little something on the front and back to close everything. There'll be a little gap where the water can just seep out through the dirt. Alright, so I thought I had another one of these boards, and I don't. So I just have this piece, which should be fine. I'll do the 32-inch up and down pieces there. I don't know what you call that. I'll use this, and then these can still be the 20 1/4 across. And then, yeah, we'll just try to make it out of old scraps and just junk I've laid around. I'm not going to go buy new for this. It's just an outside little planter. Alright, so I kind of got these set up. I'm just doing little kind of mortise and tenons. Use this first one as a template, cut the corners off. And then I'll have to make some sort of holes on the other side so it'll fit in there. I'm just using like my little mini saw here. Doesn't gotta be perfect, just straight enough. All over the line. And follow the line. These are really pretty wood. It looks like a reddish. I think it's cedar. Yeah, it's cedar. I guess I could go that way, but it interferes, so somehow I gotta line this up without screwing it up. Maybe next time I should mark the bottom. Get it? I got it. Sucker. Alright, now I just got to do this 5 more times. Now what I need to do is I'm going to round these corners here, because I don't have any special tools to basically make the tenons or the mortise. So I'll have to drill a couple holes and then connect it with just a handsaw or something. Or I think I might have like a little coping saw, might work to make the rest of it. Or I could just probably actually I'll probably just use a chisel, to be honest. That'll probably work the best. So that's kind of what I came up with, something like that, starting from that. Right up in there. Don't slip, cut the fingers. That would be bad. And then I just kind of round this off a little bit. Why is this one not cooperating? The other ones turned out really smooth, and now these don't want to cooperate. This one just wants to break off. So it doesn't have to be perfect. See, this one's not even straight down in there. It's like at an angle. One down. 3 to go. Same thing, 2 more times. So, issue here. These got to be a lot smaller, because look at that. That's almost the whole width of this board, which is going to be on the side. So, change of plans. Got to shrink these down more, and then re-round them again. So, let's do it all over again. Yay. Update. Here, I kind of had to shrink these down and remake them. Now I'm trying to make the mortises. So I'm just drilled some holes. Hopefully this lines up. So I might have to make them a little bit larger. And then just did some holes, and then I'll just chisel all that out of there. Alright, let's get it. Working on it here. So I changed my mind about using the chisel, so this is going to take forever. I'm just going to use my little router with this little like 3/8 bit here. Guess that's a edge bit, I don't know, something. See if this goes a little faster. Alright, so I'm getting real irritated here. It came out like a pile of crap. Like I said, it's outside. I'm not even going to glue this up. It's just going to kind of float, and I'm just going to take some brad nails here and go pop, 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 pop. Once again, pop, 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 pop. Did I say it? Pop, pop, bop, bop, and just let it float. Good enough. And then I'll put some little face boards here, front and back. Probably brad nail those in too. Bop, bop, no glue. We don't need any of that. It's just dirt's going to sit in there. This is old beat up old wood. I get real impatient when it comes to woodworking. Unless I have all day to do this, I don't. I mean, I come from work and then just some random projects. So until that time when I can develop the patience, I'll do a better job. But, all right, let's get it. So I just brad nailed. I think I used 1.5 inches, 2 on each side. Bop, 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 like I said before. Had these little pieces of redwood, and those are just going to kind of go like that on both sides. And then the plants will be in here, and then there's enough gaps and holes and stuff in here for water to drain out. Should be super simple, basic little deal. Update time. So this is kind of pretty much the completed process. These are just little cubbies. You put your succulents in here. And then I need to make some sort of like stakes. How the old design, I just had a couple stakes right here and just drove them into the ground. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. And those just rot out over time. You just replace them. But yeah, it's a little janky, but it'll work. I like it. Not too bad. Just all scrap wood laying around. Yeah, figured it out. Yeah, so kind of blends it all in if you burn it. I gotta edit that out too.
Sorry.
I think that's pretty good. There we go.